I try to stay away from being too negative in gaming in general because I feel like, so many people are already negative when it comes to this. But, I had to kind of do a video on this because this is bad news. And it's like, a part of me, a part of my favorite thing is really kind of down. It's like two step forward, a step back. I think overall Microsoft is still taking many, many steps forward, way more than they are taking steps back. But this is something that I think is not the best of news. And, I hope that they kind of get this worked out before too long. At the end of the day, this is on Microsoft. And, anybody that is a fan of, gaming, like we're in a different day and age. So when I was a kid and we used to game, there was no updates on the console. They weren't connected to the internet. They weren't until the Dreamcast, and I had that thing connected with good old dial-up. A lot of fun there, huh? But, they didn't change. The UIs didn't change. You didn't get game updates. If there was a bug or a glitch, you were just kind of screwed, or, had to, start over, work around it, or hope that you had a save file before that. Nowadays, things are totally changed. We're in, like, this completely different kind of setup, and, I think that that's much for the better. Some of the games that we looked at, back in the day, it's just interesting to me because those games in general are games that, we didn't see, we looked at as being great stuff, right? And some of them are, like Mario Brothers 3, great game, Sonic games, great games. But nowadays, these indie games are just as good as a lot of those games. And that's why, for the most part, I'm not into a lot of the indie games because they're like the same kind of games that I played 30 years ago, and it doesn't seem like that big of a change. But this is kind of interesting thing, and I want to get into it. What's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. I'm looking to get 100 likes on all the videos that I do. It would be a tremendous thing if you could do that. Microsoft is pulling many games off the Xbox 360 store next week. Unfortunately, this is really bad. It's probably signaling that they're going to eventually shut down the store there. My hope is that they don't shut down the achievements and they keep some kind of thing going, because I got some Xbox 360 games that I still plan to kind of go through here and there, and I would still like those achievements to kind of pop and count and things like that. But Microsoft's going to be removing a bunch of games from the Xbox 360 marketplace on the 7th of February, according to support page, meaning you won't be able to buy them after that date. It's not all bad news. If you've already bought a game that's getting pulled, you can still download it after February 7th. Games being removed that are available on Xbox One and Series X and S stores will remain purchasable on those platforms, but that does mean digital games only available on Xbox 360 Marketplace will be unavailable for purchase in just a week. Users have figured out which games fall into that category and will be going away for good, and the list includes some well-known titles like Jet Set Radio, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, Spelunky, and The Orange Box. So, when you kind of look at things and you go, these are pretty big games, pretty big games. And I hope that they kind of get this stuff kind of worked out before too long, because it's really a shame that this kind of happens. I love the fact that, these are the type of things that, usually don't happen. And listen, I get that the Xbox 360, man, this thing launched in 2005, and here we are in 2023, so almost 20 years ago, believe it or not. But it's still kind of shitty in my opinion. The games leaving the Xbox, and believe it or not, I follow and I'm part of the Reddit on the 360 boards. There's a lot of people that still play Xbox 360. The games leaving the 360 marketplace varies on your region, and there are titles being pulled. Checking the Microsoft site. When asked about the removals, Microsoft shared the statements from Xbox Global Marketing Manager. This is what they said. Beginning February 7, 2023, a limited set of games, add-ons, and in-game content will no longer be purchasable in select markets via the Xbox 360 store. These titles will no longer be purchasable on Xbox 360 store only, and titles that are available to be purchased on Xbox One and Series X and S will remain purchasable. You will be able to play discs on previously downloaded games on your 360 and modern consoles if they're backwards compatible. For more information on this, visit here, and they leave it linked, which I'm going to link this in the description so you can check it out. Impacted 360 titles purchased before February 7th will be available to re-download via previously purchased content using the 360 360 download history. Unfortunately, losing ability to purchase older digital games is becoming something of an occurrence. Nintendo will be closing the eShop on the Wii U and the 3DS in less than 2 months. Microsoft has previously delisted several Forza titles, and in late 2021, Sony made it much harder to shop on PS3 and Vita. While it's disappointing that you don't have much time to make a choice about buying these disappearing 360 titles, at least we know when they're going away, so if you've been wavering on finally picking up the orange box, you can finally pick it up. And, you know, like I said, it is kind of unfortunate that they're doing this, and, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm one of those people that love game, you know, preservation and stuff like that, so I would hope that they could go out there and, you know, I doubt that Microsoft is going to, like, change their mind on this, but, you know, I think the hope would be that maybe that they would, you know, because at the end of the day, this kind of sucks that they're, you know, doing this, and they're, you know, kind of handling this the way that they are, and they didn't give you much time either. Maybe that's so that, you know, could quell some of the complaints or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long time, but it still just doesn't make it right, in my opinion, and I hope they go out and kind of make this right. I hope that they would keep them going there. Maybe it's a licensing thing. You know, these things never are easy to do, I'm sure, and I think that Microsoft probably has some big things going on, you know, before too long. But I would love to see Microsoft kind of come out and of this and make a little bit bigger of a statement. You know, like, when can we expect these things to happen, and things like that. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, I think that, you know, gamers are going to be feeling one way. You know, it's like life, you know, like, this is something I notice as I get older. There comes a point where you stop getting and you just start losing, and I don't think that ever stops. Unfortunately, I guess that's a little bit of grim kind of thing there. That's why, you know, for the longest time, I collected games. I mean, when I look at this, I have Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 physical discs, Xbox 360. I have a really good Xbox 360 collection. I think that was the last great console to collect for, because at the end of the day, you know, these are the games that weren't available on demand the way that they are now. We take that for granted, and to be honest with you, I'm looking at my 360 collection, or one of my shelves of it, while I'm recording this, and I'm just like, man, what a great time. I don't think that I'll ever see that again. You know, and that's unfortunate, because there's so many great games, and, you know, a lot of these games are just going away. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Again, if you guys could like the video, I would very much appreciate that, as it's always awesome to have you guys like the videos and, you know, share them out and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll link this in the description so you can check it out. Thanks for watching. Crap gamer out.